one is in there. And
I have a question, Greg. Would you see the stop waters externally? Because I don't see them here.
you usually don't.
Usually
No,
don't.
but there aren't. I mean, there's a.
But the seam is very obvious here on the stem, but I don't see any
theoretically, that you won't see it. I'm going to be working on one of these this summer.
It doesn't come entirely through.
It's in there, but that one was visible, but it wasn't very well built. Sometimes, there's different builders who say that you should be able to see the edge of the stop water. Others say no, bury them. It's a lot of different schools of thoughts, but you do want to have it in there. The one that I'm going to be working on, the stop water, so the boat's so dried out, the stop water is actually falling out of it. So.
Is there something special where the butt block is, or is it just?
Yeah,
it's just butted up against each other.
There's like a gusset on the inside that overlaps the planks top and bottom, and so it actually. Not only do you have a gusset here, but you have a little overhang here, a little bit of overhang here, and so when you put this plank in there, it's getting assistance from its neighbors, top and bottom, to help hold it fair.
What's the bolt there?
This is drain.
For the bilge.
Yeah.
And what's the through holes in here?
Yeah.
That's for the bilge.
Yeah, that's a drain right there. But anyway,
in the blueprint for this boat, did he show the planking scheme?
No,
the builder decided it.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah, this is.
What makes it like this?
I know, really.
Yeah, and so this is sort of the stuff that you sort of get into is where stuff belongs, and we'll pretend that we're going to be lining off the Whitehall when we go in. I'll show you some of the techniques that you can use to come up with something. So if you get, if you're in a situation like this, you're building one, you decide, over the next weekend to build a friendship sloop in your backyard, then, find another one and do a little industrial espionage, see how many planks are on there, and look around, because this information generally isn't. Those cat's paw dinghy plans are so elaborate and so well done that Joel has taken all that mystery out of it, so you can actually build the thing.
Do people typically loft? Like, was this boat lofted?
Yes, and it saves you a lot. And you would think that you would be able to line planks out lofted, but really it's very, very, very cumbersome and complex. It's really something that you can see a lot better with your eye. When we're lining out the cat's paw, you'll see that once the planks are all lined out, you'll visually be able to see everything that's going on, and that's when you can be assured of what's going on. The theoretical stuff at that time just doesn't seem to work very well.
What type of maintenance a boat like this requires?
Well, constant. It's not an awful lot as long as you keep up with it. But it's springtime. It's you're puttying and painting and checking for rot and replacing things that are worn out and things like that. It's they're neat boats when they're in the water, but there's a lot of work that goes into. You ask anyone who owns any of the guys who own these big boats around here, that unless they're like really wealthy and hire someone to do it, then it's no problem at all. But if you're doing it yourself, it's kind of a big deal. It's like repainting your house every year, kind of.
How long would it take to build one of these with like a couple people?
Long time. It's a lot of stuff here. It's lead keels and lead ballast and oak and steam bending, massive frames in here. And this is all rivet fastened.
Rivet?
Yeah. And when this thing definitely looked like an Iron Maiden when it was all put together just like you did in there. So picture that this whole big thing, you look in there and there's all these nails coming out like that, coming at you.
And you said you're gonna be working in one this summer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be doing on it?
Bunch of repairs. This one, the fellow who bought the boat, you know, going out and buy. I mean, I like boats a lot, but it's kind of like buying cars. You really want to have someone who's a real skeptic when you go out and buy it, and you know, say, "You really want to do this?" Because I think he kind of like said, "Oh, this is really great. I got this hell of a deal on this Friendship sloop," and no, he did. You know, at least his Friendship sloop kit. But anyway, so I'm just going to help him get going because he doesn't have barrels of extra money, and so he's going to have to be doing it himself. So I'm just going to get him going. The transom was rotted, and the deck was rotted, and you know, the stem is falling off. And, you know, other than that,
Is that all?
Yeah, it's great.
It's good. You got one good plank.
Oh, well,
Now you have to rebuild the boat around this one plank.
It's all lead.
I've actually seen a boat like this taken down to virtually the keel.